KT McFarland joins me now. KT, welcome back to the program. Always good to see you. The Russians say they've got a strategic partnership with Iran. Seems like Putin's the big winner in all of this. You agree?
You know, look, Iran was always going to have Russia as an ally, and Putin was always going to get involved. That's their alliance, right? It's Russia, China, Iran, North Korea. And so Russia was going to help. Why? Russia needs the drones that Iran has. Russia needs the Strait of Hormuz open because it's a Russian ghost fleet that's taking sanctioned oil from Iran and giving it to China. And this is Russia's last stand in the Middle East. It doesn't have any more allies left in the Middle East, only Iran. So it was always going to help. But it's not helping that much. It's sharing intelligence with Russia, yes, and that is a problem. But it's not getting involved militarily. They're not sending Russian battleships to the region. They're not having any kinetic action. Now, why? Because I don't think Russia knows how this ends. They may worry that the United States could actually prevail, which I think it will, without doubt. And they've also got their hands full in Ukraine. So what does this all mean? What I look at this and say is, okay, the Strait of Hormuz, that's where the action is now. As President Trump says, we've pretty much decimated the leadership in Iran. We've gotten rid, there's no Navy, there's no Air Force, there are no missile launchers, there's no missile capability, production capability, there's no command and control. It's not completely gone, but it's degraded significantly. But what's left is the Strait of Hormuz. And that's where the U.S. will turn next. Not right now, not today, but next.
Would you agree with the following statement? The war cannot end until the oil is flowing freely through the Straits of Hormuz.
100%. And we have the capability to do it. And Iran, see, Iran has been, going back to the Reagan administration, when I was at the Pentagon, Iran has always used the Strait of Hormuz and the blackmail threat of closing the strait as its primary weapon. Why? Because Iran knows it can't defeat the U.S., can't even defeat Israel. But it has seriously miscalculated, because what it's done is they think that if they can make the pain really bad in the United States for American consumers by closing the strait, if the pain is really bad for our European allies, if the pain is really bad because of commerce, then the leaders of those countries, U.S., Israel, others, will be so intimidated that they'll walk away and let Iran do what Iran wants to do. And they've seriously miscalculated. Because Iran's Gulf neighbors, the Gulf Arabs, they've joined in the fight. They didn't expect that. America, Donald Trump does not give up. He's not going to blink. This is a war that will go on, and I think the ultimate goal now, not just the military goal, but the goal is open up and keep open the Strait of Hormuz, because Iran is going to do it again and again and again until we stop their capability and ability to do so.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth this morning said that Khomeini, the new leader in Iran, was injured. And he noticed that he'd only put out a written statement, he'd not seen or heard from him in reality. He implied that Khomeini was in hiding. Are we out to kill him, do you think?
Yeah, and look, we've seen no proof of life of this new so-called president, the new supreme leader of Iran. We don't even know, there's no picture, he hasn't gone out in public. So has he either been injured, is he still alive? Some reports say that he's been seriously disfigured, so he doesn't want anybody to see him. It's got to be the most, short-lived job right now, is to be the new supreme leader. Is he on the kill list? We are waiting for somebody in the Iranian second tier of leadership, either military, civilian, religious, to come forward and say, we will work with you, America. We will achieve those goals with you. No more nukes, no more missiles, open the Strait of Hormuz. We've not seen anybody come forward yet, so I think that, yes, he's a very endangered species.
Nicely put. Very well, good. KT McFarland, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you again soon.